Marlene, unmute, please. Unmute, please, Marlene. She's muted.
Baby, I was wrong, and now you're gone. Please hear this heart. I was wrong, and now you're gone. I lie awake, thinking of the days gone by. Wishing that you're still here with me, baby. I was wrong, and now you're gone. Please hear this heart of mine. Hear me calling. Whenever you're around me, I feel different in your arms. With the way you touch me, I feel the love that lasts a lifetime. Your love is so true. I never knew that it's you I need.
So it's dating time again. And guess what, guys? We've got such beautiful guests for you today that I just know that you are going to just simply enjoy today's show. I'm Marlene McKinney, and I live where most of you vacation. I'm in sunny Bahamas, and I'm from Something Better Today, and I'm still sharing the link with everybody. So if you have not shared it already, all of you that are on, just do me a favor and share, because sharing is
Caring.
all right. Thank you. Go on, Michelle. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle Blackwood from Healthier Steps. And today I'm so excited because we have these beautiful guests and they are just amazing. We got to meet them and you are going to enjoy them as well. Their personalities, amazing. And what they have to share with you, their experiences, wonderful stuff. So stay tuned. Please share this live and also leave a comment if you have questions for the guests. Please also, you can send your questions in wherever you're liking from. Please like that video so that more people will see this and learn more about, the goods and the bads about dating and just being in relationship. So thank you so much for joining. We see people are coming on. We just thank you and we welcome you.
We welcome you all to this platform today. If you are available for one of our shows, we'd be more than happy to have you. All you have to do is simply reach out to us. Our phone numbers are very known. And otherwise, you can reach us on Facebook. You can go to Marlene McKinney or Michelle Blackwood, and you can just message us and let us know that you'd like to be on one of our shows. This happens to be one of our programs. We have quite a few of them. We have dating over 40, but something, it could be under 42. We just want to have we're just sharing wholesome information. We have so much to share, so much to learn, more so, and we're just happy to be able to do that. This morning we were on Lifestyle 360, Michelle and myself, and we were sharing about anemia
Yeah.
treatment and symptoms. That was a pretty good program. And so Tuesday we have cooking show. We'll be teaching you how to get rid of anemia by our foods. And then on Friday we have Vespers. So we look forward. And then this Thursday we have a new show coming to you. Carlton's back. That's our show. And Carlton will be with us on that program. We'll be sharing more about health. So we look forward to you being with us. Finding love is probably easy for some people, but over 40, it becomes even more complicated,
It does.
especially if you have one, been married, two, you have children, three, you've never been married before, because that can be complicating too. If you haven't been married before and you're over 40, some people be like, well, why haven't you been married? What's up with you? Something wrong with you? So we are just so happy to have our guests here with us. I'm always excited to meet new family. I don't call them friends anymore. You become my family once you come into our space. And so we're going to go with our beautiful lady in the middle first. And we're going to ask her to introduce herself and tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell our audience a little bit about yourself. Hi, Tanya Bryce. And remember, Tanya, please share our live with your family and friends. Tag them. Compel them to come. All right. Thank you, Tanya. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Marlene. Hi, everybody. My name is Kutemba, and I am 48 years old. I live and work in Tyler, Texas, as an administrator for an investment firm. So my financial advisor and I work together, focus what's important to our clients. So I'm the second of 4 on my mom's side. And on my dad's side, I'm the second of 7 children. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Just let me know.
No problem.
That's good.
That's good. That's really good. And then we're going to take thank you very much for being here. Thank you for agreeing to be here with us today. We look forward to learning more. Mm-hmm. When I met her through phone and voice, she sent me a voice note asking me if I was related to my sister. We sounded so much alike. I thought that was kind of cute.
You could be twins.
We're twins. I think she's cuter, but I'll take it. So then we have the gentleman on my right, maybe your left, I'm not sure, but he's on my right, has a beautiful tan. He just came from the gym. He said just did some pull-ups. So this is our strong guy today. Justin, go ahead, introduce yourself and let the audience know what you'd like us to know about you.
Sure. How's it going? I'm Justin Brown, 43 years old, no kids, never been married. I work as a business development manager in a healthcare company that specializes in plasma products. So most of my free time is spent working out. Pre-COVID, I like to travel a lot. I still travel domestically, haven't been international in a while. I like to read as much as I can, follow economics. Just like to have fun, go out hiking, just be outdoors.
Nice. Very nice. You sound like you have a cool job. Working with plasma. I mean, like
I work remote.
Say it again.
I work remote, so that's fun.
Oh, that's even better. Oh yeah, that's my kind of job. Beth, how you doing? Beth says ha 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 ha. So Betsy says on my Facebook page, you can read the comment, Michelle.
Betsy, she said, "No, Marlene McKinney, I'm enjoying these relationships and dating series, but when are you bringing on some eligible to help the situations?"
Oh, Betsy, do you have some guys' numbers that we can call? Because I'm quick to ask. I don't have a problem with that. Stay tuned. Next week we have some more eligible guys. I promise. Okay. All right, Sister Betsy. But you just never know. These two may just fit into the bill. They may fit the bill. Hello. And then we have Carlton. Carlton's back. I got to get an APB out. Let them people know that Carlton's back. Carlton, you did something.
They know me already.
They love you.
They know me already, man.
They're new people on today.
They do not know you.
Not everyone.
I'm from Jamaica. I'm a Seven-Adventist. I'm a vegan chef. I'm 46, never married.
46?
Yeah.
46.
I thought you were like 26.
Same thing they say about me in Jamaica.
Like I need to drink the water up there in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Eat the food out there.
He said he needs
No,
to
man, I got we have eaten. God, we have eaten.
Wow.
Okay, all right. Okay. Marlene, we need to do some housekeeping. Marlene, did you send the link to our guests yet?
Yeah, I'm having difficulties with one of my
Mhm.
links. I'm trying to get it open. But
Okay.
go ahead. Tell me what you need me to do.
Number two, you need to share instead of just your friends, make it public.
I did.
Okay, so good.
Yeah, I did that.
So just the link.
But I just can't find it on something better today. This is like puzzling. I know it's supposed to
Same
be
time.
there, but I
Like
can't find it. So I'll just share it there. Uh-huh.
when
it's
when when they are you they are church at the side of them put me on, you know.
Say it again.
The side on is where Justin
The
is still.
children, you look young people them at the side of them because they look young.
Oh, they put him with the children at church. They think he's
Oh no, they think you're that young. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's a
you look
compliment.
you them. You look
Oh.
you them.
Oh wow, young people. That's good.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, let me just
You-
take these comments and then we're gonna get started. So the next comment from Tanya says she's agreeing with Betsy.
Yes.
So do you guys know how challenging it is to get people on this platform? She says next week has to be senior citizens. Some of us are over 60. Thank you.
Okay, we hear you.
Carlton, you do look young. Betsy says you look very young.
Very
So we
Full of
need to know
experience,
what
though.
fountain of youth he's drinking from.
young.
Full of experience though.
Justin, you understood him?
What did he say?
Full of experience.
He said he may look young, but he's full of experience.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
Oh wow. Carlton, you
They're
got
already laughing. You have people already laughing, Marley. Look at it. We have people already
Carol
laughing.
is cracking up. Carol is like, this guy's crazy. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us today. I'm not going to interrupt much further. I like to get the show going. But please be kind enough as to share the link with your friends and families.
You got-
And I dare to say your frenemies too, because they need to know also. So do that for me. I would love you even more. Yes, I see you, Carol, saying hello, Al. All right, well, thank you for joining us. I'm trying to page Evangelist Bryce. I'm trying to find her right now. Yeah, I'm trying to find her. So you go ahead, Michelle, while I try to find my evangelist.
Okay, so ladies first. I'm going to start with Kutemba. Kutemba, what's your status, your relationship status? I don't remember if you said.
I'm separated.
Okay, so what advice would you give to a couple that may be experiencing difficulties? I'm sorry to hear, about the separation, but what advice would you give to a couple that is, going through that now?
Mhm. Thank you. Most people say what is critical is communication. And you hear this a lot. Yes. And I do. I'm speaking to myself as I say this. Communication is key. And how do you communicate with another person? Learn yourself and your partner. What makes you tick? What will make you feel loved? When you learn yourself, and you get to know the other person. So Gary Chapman has this well-written book, and everybody has heard this book, The 5 Love Languages. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. No, I haven't read it though.
You heard of it? Yeah, it's pretty good. So for instance, I'll give an example myself. My love language, he has 5 love languages. There's acts of service, physical touch, and so forth. One of my love languages, acts of service. If you want to show love to me, you got to do something for me. For instance, do the dishes for me, right? So I've known myself that's something that will click for me. So I'm not going to show that to my partner. So I got to learn my partner's love language. And so I know, okay, for instance, maybe he's his physical touch, So he likes to take a walk while holding hands. So the way I would communicate to my partner is knowing his love language. When you learn each other, you're able to communicate to the other person better. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing that I would say is learn how to communicate by knowing each other.
I love that.
I
I
do
love it
too.
because I can say right off, mine is give me flowers. Flowers.
Really? You like flowers?
Yes.
Love flowers.
Yeah.
I love
You love
flowers.
it.
I just don't want anything to die.
And I don't want artificial. It has to be fresh.
Oh, I don't.
I'll always have flowers.
So you wouldn't give gifts out as something for your partner. You gotta learn your partner's
Food.
love
I
language.
know already. Food.
Yeah, Carol said food.
Mine is food and share the food. Don't just make it when I share it. That's prepare it and share it and serve it.
Nice.
That's it.
That's good.
Interesting. Oh, well, thank you. So we're gonna move on to Justin. Justin, describe the kind of because you said you're not married. What wife? Describe her personality that would complement you. The type of person, not only personality, the type of lady that would be fitting for you for a wife.
So for me, I'm a very easygoing guy. I'm a fun-loving person. I love to enjoy life. So someone who doesn't take themselves too seriously, but loves life. Someone who believes like I believe. They believe, in God and Jesus. And then someone who is adventurous, someone who's kind, someone who's caring, somebody who is open-minded, and someone who is just a very, I guess, tender-hearted person who's forgiving. Just someone who's just kind.
Kind.
When you get to relationships, sometimes, I guess you get into situations where people can kind of hold grudges, people can get bitter, people can become easily angered. We're all human. So, I try to be as understanding as I want someone else to be and as kind as I want someone else to be. So, I just think those things are important.
So you're basing it a lot on the character. The person needs to be loving and kind. I like that.
Right.
Yeah, love that. Because
I
some people I remember last week someone was saying that they don't want all that drama,
Right.
that anger and outburst of anger, and I can see why. All that drama and flashing of tires and all that. No.
No, we don't want that.
And then you talk about the malice. So there's some people that can hold a grudge and they'll don't talk, cold shoulder you. You don't want to deal with all that malicing and silent treatment. You don't want that, basically. Carlton, the same. Even though you answered this question last week, we're gonna repeat the same question. The kind of female, the kind of lady that you would be, wanting to settle down with, marry. Let us know.
First thing the person have to be a Christian. So somebody who's serious about God, rules and laws. We can pray together, study together, and work together. Cause you never get nobody perfect. That's the type of person.
True. Beautiful. We're gonna go back to Katemba. Katemba, do you want children? Did you want children in their relationship?
Yes.
Do you want? And what about your partner?
Yes.
Your partner wanted children as well?
No, because he already had children, so he didn't want any more.
Okay. Would you say that could have caused some friction?
It could have, but I didn't really. What's the word I would say? It didn't bother me that much because I was like, okay, you have children, that's fine. Let's move on. I didn't think about it much because I guess I was in love. I didn't think about it much. I didn't think it would bother me that much.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to come back to you with another question. I'm going to go over to Justin. Justin, you said you're 43? Am I correct?
Yes.
43. So what age range would you be thinking about dating and to eventually marry?
29 through 37. 38, 29 to 38, somewhere around there. Someone who can have my children.
Oh, so you want childbearing age?
Right.
Yes.
Childbearing age. That's definite. You want children because when you said 30, I'm like, okay, 40, yes, a female of childbearing age.
Right.
What if they already have children? Are you willing?
I mean, that could be something that could be discussed. It's not a deal breaker.
It's not a deal breaker. Okay, so you're willing. Okay, thank you, Carlton. You meet a beautiful young Christian lady that you're considering to marry. However, because you said you wanted a Christian, obviously. However, when you ask her about her past, she said that she had dated many men in the community. Why are you laughing? Will,
You would never know. You would never know anyway. So
no, you said the community. The community. They live in local. Okay, so you meet a lady in a neighboring community. So you don't know everybody in the neighboring community. However, you love her. You're like, wow, I really want to marry her. And she's now a Christian. She's changed. However, she's had many. She said, look, I've dated a lot of men in the community that I'm from.
I have a past.
You have a past, basically. Will that affect your decision in marrying her?
No, sir.
No,
Because
why? Expound on that. Expound.
Because people can change.
He said no. Wait a second. He said no or yes. I didn't hear it.
He said no. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
He's fine with that.
It don't matter.
Okay.
You want to see the person serious about living a spiritual life. That's the main thing, It's not all about what she doing on the past, Find the person obedient to God's principle. And that the part that me work with.
Love it. Okay.
Amen. Love it. Love it.
It
Love
don't
it.
really matter.
How about you, Justin?
I mean, I don't think I would really know anyway. I mean, where I live, I don't live in a small community, so if she dated a million men, I would never know anyway. I mean, I would only know what she told me. So
What she told you.
I don't. There's after a certain age, there's just
What do you
you can't
expect?
control that.
Exactly.
You would never know.
Exactly. Okay, so we're moving over.
Hold on. Let's just say hi to some new people. We have a new person here today. Hi, Jody. Jody says, I'm new. Hi, Jody. Thank you for joining us. Jody Blanchard.
Jar.
And then Sonia saying, hi, Sonia. And then my friend over on our Facebook page says, drama is too much useless energy. Anastasia, how are you, Christy? She says, drama is too much energy, and it really is, isn't it? Slashing tires and all that kind of stuff. Who got the energy for that? Who's got energy for that? But you know something, Miss Anastasia? You got some people who get so upset when that guy or that girl does something wrong. They don't even realize what they've done until sometimes they're finished.
True. True.
It's true. They're so angry. The anger just builds up, and you hear stories like that. You see it on the news or wherever. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Very actually dangerous. Yeah. So, Kutemba, so you've started. You've been separated. Has any divorce proceedings? Have they started?
Yes, we're still, I think, first, we haven't gone to court yet, but divorce proceedings have started, yes.
So, what about counseling? Did you both go for counseling?
No, I've been to counseling alone, but we haven't gone as a couple for counseling. So I'm not sure if that's in the works, but that's not a problem for me. If there was counseling, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, what advice would you give to someone who might be listening and who are, they're probably separated right now and they're in the same situation? What advice would you give them? How they could cope with the situation? What advice?
Keep on praying. Take it to the Lord in prayer. And don't wallow and self-pity and stay at home and do nothing. Just keep on doing something. positive. Surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
Wake up, thank the Lord that you're awake. You're doing okay. Go for a walk. There's so much to live for out there, and no matter what is happening, you know that it will be okay. Take a walk, go, sleep well, eat well, exercise, take care of you first, because these
Have
things
a
will
peace of
happen.
mind.
Peace of mind.
Yes, exactly, Carlton. Very
Have a
right.
peace
You gotta
of
have
mind.
that. Mm-hmm.
Keep living.
You know what? But you see the biggest problem with this when people separate. When them separate, them use the one person and like them. But that's say everybody are the same thing. Like the other lot of lady in Jamaica when I meet them. Boy, the man did do this to me, and the man me not really want to come out in a relationship. And what happened to those type of person now? The right man come along, and they use the old pass and sugar the right man. Sugar the right man, so then keep on
It's
sugar the
alright.
right person will come. And then now look how serious now. That man gone live in life, and I'm busy with him. But he hold on to the old pass and he can't move on, but the man gone.
So what Carlton is saying is very powerful. He's saying that basically a lot of women, when they've been hurt by men, they literally their life is stuck. When they meet someone new, they'll talk about the past and how this man has hurt me, and they don't want to get hurt again. So they put like a cushion, a develop a protectiveness around being vulnerable.
Mhm.
And what end up
But it-
happening? That guy was
but
the
it has-
right guy.
Hmm.
The right guy could have been the right guy. She's telling that too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
While the gentleman who hurt her, he's moved on, married, enjoying the best life ever
And him stuck in mind upon him man.
for the rest of their life. Literally stuck.
Right.
And a lot of them me meet. And I see him thing. All they are tell him say, my sister, me and that man is not the same thing. Then I listen to that.
Always saying, I'm not gonna do the same. You gotta just
Then I listen to that.
let go.
And then we give a little talking and make you feel like something are going good and then boom, stop showing interest. Because I have the old pass in man. I always tell him say, you can't go even like that. You have to get rid of that pass.
Mhm.
Wow, because it could be you're saying that they probably have pent up resentment too, hurt, the anger,
Yes.
bitterness
Yeah.
in their hearts that's eating them alive.
Forgiveness, everything.
Yeah.
Unforgiveness.
Mhm.
And
Positive.
that's one of the biggest problem. Enough lady no married it.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah,
And are you
you know,
listening to
you
Carlton?
call that emotional baggage.
Yeah.
Emotional baggage just to the same.
Yeah.
See, a lot of women, are you
Yes.
listening? Are we listening?
And-
Because sometimes we listen to men what they have to say.
And from out in the world, and the same thing I go on out in the world and talk to a lady. But the man they did do me this and all they tell him say yeah, it's different. He hold on to it. But what me can't understand the man where disrespect him, go live in life and him sit down one place.
That is deep. That is very, very deep. And so for the rest
And
of
guess
their
what?
life, yeah.
I notice. No matter what happened to the man got anytime if a lady will disrespect the man still move on and go live in life. But the lady then stuck one place.
Right.
That's a good
Right.
observation. And Justin is agreeing. So ladies, we need to listen and take heed. Justin,
I think it's more difficult for women to do that because women are more emotional than men.
Exactly.
emotional.
Men are not that emotional. We can pick up, we can move on. Some, for the most part,
Yeah.
we can, but it's more difficult for women.
It does take time, though. It does
It does
take time to move on. It does take time, and it's one step at a time. You just, slow and easy, but you will get through it.
You see,
Okay.
the easiest way to get over them thing there, just find somebody else to talk to.
Just what I
Never remember.
While you're going through a separation, you want me to find somebody else to talk to?
Not,
I'm asking him. I'm just asking him.
He said- She said,
Even
when, what time? Timing is important. Are you going to do that while you're separated, divorced, or 6 months later or a year? Because timing is important. What
You just find somebody if you just find somebody communicating, even a friend, you get you off of your mind.
Oh, good. What are you saying? It doesn't have to be
I
a
know.
relationship. Just
Yeah.
communicate with someone and talk. Do something.
Because me know man in the church right now. Separate and let them just talk to people and then get you off of their mind.
Right. To
Mhm.
communication. Very good. And Kutemba hit on that. She did say earlier that it's important, to, do stuff with others, do things, get out. Justin, so you meet a lady and you decide you want to marry her. However, while talking to her, she said that she has plans to quit her job immediately after you guys get married, or because she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. Not immediately after the children arrive. Let's do it that way.
Okay.
What do you think about her plans? Would you entertain that?
She wants to be a stay-at-home mom, but
Uh-huh.
probably she quit her job after she met me. I mean, she quits her job after we had kids, right?
The kids, after the
Right,
kids,
right.
after the kids.
Okay. Well, that's something that if we agreed upon that, and that's something that if our financial situation is stable enough,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, I really wouldn't be. But I think it's more difficult when you're in the U.S. for one breadwinner to run a household. Most households have two people who are bringing in incomes. I mean, it just depends on where you live. I mean, it's very expensive here in the U.S. to live.
Justin,
No
that is
kidding.
relative because you'll be
I
you'll
was
be
about
a
to say.
amount of people who do it more in poorer countries. That
What's
they'll
that?
still have one grade. In poorer countries, even though you're saying yes, it's more expensive here, in poorer countries, you'll find that a lot of the women do end up staying home.
Mhm.
So I think it's
Right,
relative.
but
I
right.
think it's relative. And it could be
I-
cultural too.
Right. I think it's very cultural. Here in the U.S., our moral system's kind of going down the tubes. So here, I think a lot of women, to me, they equate their worth with their career, with their job, and how much money they bring in. I don't have an ego. So if my wife, if she's like, I want to stay home, raise the kids, and if I'm doing, Lord willing, I'll be doing financially well enough, that's fine. Stay home. I have no problem with
Yeah, perfect.
that. No problem with that.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
A question to our female guests from the audience.
Oh, nice.
Sherry, how you doing this afternoon? Good afternoon, Sherry. Good evening. She says, would you recommend praying and fasting about your mate before marrying?
Before you get married, yes, I would suggest you pray for your mate, or you pray for the mate that you want. You ask God for your mate, right? So this is the kind of man I would like to marry. Yes, I would recommend praying. If
You
fasting
can't
is
pray
your
and sit
thing,
down though.
do it.
Can't pray and sit down though.
But this is about
Yeah.
this is about the mate that she's about. What I don't know if she meant generally or is it just
Generally, all about my current mate.
right. That's what I wondered if she meant. I think that's what she kind of was gearing at. We'll wait for her to clarify. But
No,
either
no.
way,
Oh,
either way.
Marlene, she said before marriage. She's looking at the back end now and said, now that you're separated, would you recommend that someone really pray
Okay, I got you.
and fast before they even enter into a marriage? She's just saying,
That is
looking
a
back.
must.
Yes,
Generally, yeah.
generally.
That is
Yeah.
a must.
Yes,
It's a
That is a
must.
must.
It is. It
It's a
is.
serious decision you're about to.
definitely.
It's such a serious, it's life changing.
Moon ask that question because that is a must.
It's a must. He say that it's a must. Carlton
It
says
is.
it,
It
because
is
it's
a
a
must.
serious decision that you're making.
Because
you're
if you are
life with
talking
someone.
to somebody, because if you are talking to somebody and I do that, a Satan will creep in.
So prayer is very important. Prayer.
Hmm?
So I'm gonna still stay with Kutemba. Is reconciliation
Yes.
in your mind? Is reconciliation a possibility?
There's always a possibility. You never say there is no reconciliation. forgiveness is always there. And, God said you forgive 70 times 70. If there was a possibility of reconciliation, I wouldn't doubt it. I would be for it, because you got to forgive the past and move on to the future. Okay. So if there was a reconciliation in the future, definitely with some therapy, both of us going to therapy.
Good. Both. I love that. Love that. There's a
You know-
good question.
Not to interrupt, but someone just asked a great question, which is
Great
the Lord
question.
right there. And I would like you all to respond to that.
Me as a female, so Kutimba, myself, and Marlene. What about the husband or mate being a stay-at-home dad while mom is the provider outside the home? Could that work?
That totally
Yes, it
wrong.
could.
That contrary to the Bible. That
I
contrary
say
to
it
the
could
Bible.
work. I've seen some situations where some international, say for instance, a nurse comes here, they work in the country, right? And they have legal rights to work in the US, but the husband does not. So stays at home, takes care of the children,
Yeah, man.
and the woman is the breadwinner. I don't see anything wrong with that. It doesn't make the man any
man.
less of a man. He's still the head of the
Got
household.
to-
Regardless
got
of
to
bringing
something wrong
in the
with it.
bread.
Carlton, that's a
God-
temporary situation. Remember, she said it's not a permanent. So I believe it's an individual situation based on each couple, and they have to pray about it and decide. And it's not something permanent. It's until the husband can get his permission to
You
work.
man,
Can't
you
work.
man, I get lazy.
Marlene,
No.
Carlton.
I mean,
Carlton is a temporary. Let's explain. The wife and the husband migrated to the US. The wife is a nurse. She got her permission to work in the US. The husband does not have permit, so he can't work anyway. So the wife is
So
going to
imagine-
go to work and he takes care of the children until he gets his papers. Then he can work. So that situation is temporary. It can work.
I get lazy.
that's not what this person's talking about. That question's not necessarily about that question. That's Alex. How you doing, Alex? All the guys down at the
Was that Alex?
Are they watching?
Alexander Brown. You know Alex?
I know Alexander.
You know, Alex? You don't see
You do not. Get out of here. Okay. Alex is asking. That was him asking the question. I'm okay with it. It depends on, if you have to pray about it, I'm okay with it. But that means that, like Carlton said last week, everything should be done when I get home.
Everything should be done.
When I get home,
Everything.
that means that my feet gonna get pampered. I'm gonna
Yeah, man.
bag
What you
down.
mean? Yeah, man.
I put my bag down, and my meals are on the table. My
Yes.
clothes have been washed and ironed for the next
Yeah, man.
day. Everything's done. Laundry, everything's done. I don't have to do anything except work. Because you're asking me to take the role of the husband.
Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
man.
So Marlene, you made a great point. So you said that if you had a stay-at-home husband, your expectation is that when you come home from work, everything is taken care of. Now let's put
Yeah.
this on the foot. When a man works, and when you just posed that question to me, if she said that I don't want to work, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, is it correct for me to have that same expectation that you just
Yes.
said?
Yes.
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 Most definitely.
That,
Yeah, man.
that rarely happens. It
What do you mean rarely?
You didn't then you have to
No.
marry the right person.
You got it right. Yes.
Marry the right girl. You get what you were looking for. You gotta just ask
No,
God for
man.
the right girl. Yeah,
Listen.
I would give the same. I would give. It would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
No man. No man on the face of the planet do work in a house like lady.
Why not?
Why? Why?
No, me say
She
lady
may
do the
make
most
more
work in
money,
our
maybe
house.
more- See, you don't. Okay. See, she may be bringing in more money than the male, and it may just be more practical for her to work and he stay home.
No, me I say. You know, understand me? No, me say a lady do house work more than man.
Why?
That's not necessarily true.
I know.
Oh.
I don't agree with that,
Hmm.
Carlton.
Hmm?
There's nothing in your house that you're doing that. You're doing stuff in your house, aren't you? Now, if you're single and you're living on your own and you cook
What
and
you
you
me I say no? Me I say a lady do most housework more than a man.
expound on that.
Yeah,
What
because the lady them most do the housework.
they're
And the lady
expecting.
them always hmm?
Somebody
And the
said,
lady
Carlton,
them
I don't think God wants them to suffer.
hmm?
Somebody says, Carlton, I don't think God wants the women to suffer or the family, the couple to suffer.
No, God don't want him to
Hmm.
suffer.
So they just can't come here and the two of them here and they can't pay their bills. So if the it's okay for the wife to work while the husband hold down the
So
fort
why one of them have paper, one not have paper? Something wrong there, someone.
because you live in Jamaica, you don't understand the dynamics of work visas and all that.
Yeah.
Because if you go up straight into the country, you're not gonna have a problem with papers.
No, these are foreigners coming in to work.
Yeah, it's different. It's different, Carlton.
Carlton.
It's different. It
And
depends
these
on
are
which country. It depends on which country you're coming from.
yes,
Visas are determined based on where you are coming from.
from.
So
So it's different.
yeah. So one
Mhm.
one parent may get sorted out first, then they go ahead, they work, provide for the family, then the family may follow. That's the way sometimes it has to
Yeah.
operate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
These are the
Well,
sacrifices that some
These are
families have to
sacrifices
go
that families have taken, yes,
yeah,
for a better life for the family.
for their children. And it can either
uh,
make them break them
Now I'm
sometimes.
not telling you I agree with it, but that's just the way some families
when
do it.
I refer. Alright, so basically what you're referring to, a person who go to a small island to learn on paper.
What?
So he knows
Because
about people going to other islands. Say out of Jamaica, they might go to Cayman for 6 months to
because
work.
if you go to a foreign country and learn on paper, that means that some illegal thing then or something.
No,
No,
you're not
Happening.
following.
a while. It
Yeah.
takes a while.
Because
You don't go on. You don't understand. It takes a while sometimes for the paperwork to come through. It's not illegal.
because if a person file for you go up straight. If anybody send for you, go up straight. So me not really understand.
It takes a
I'll
while.
explain to you after. I'll explain to you afterward.
Carlton, it
It's a
doesn't.
different
It's
process.
not a popcorn thing. It doesn't. It's not a minute.
It doesn't
takes
work
a
like
while.
that.
It's a
Because
process.
when you
If
get
you're
a
talking about an
visa,
American, say you're talking about an American visa.
He doesn't understand, and you're gonna leave. We're gonna move
If you-
on.
Let's move on.
The
Yeah,
next
let's
question
move
is
on.
for you.
Yeah,
Are
let's
you
move-
willing to marry a lady who has been divorced? You next,
Me?
Carlton. No, you next after Justin.
Yeah.
oh.
Am I willing to marry someone who's been divorced?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no
All
problem.
right.
I mean, I think as long as the situation, the dynamics of that divorce are finalized, she's moved on. There's no like she's still clinging to him. There are other things that are keeping her there. I don't see anything wrong with that. No.
Okay. Carlton, are you? Same question.
me not gonna just run and say yes, me gonna marry the come. If I find out what I go on first, why in divorce?
Good.
Why in
Okay.
divorce? One girl text me one time and say, he say me ask me a question. If it he say me meet somebody in person, divorce. And he say no feel good about him, me say you need to find out if in divorce is true. Or why in divorce what? And the girl just cut off the communication because he pick up something right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Why in divorce?
good. It's good. To know why is very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
We can't ask her about this question because that's not she's getting, it does not apply. What Kutemba, how you talk about coping because a lot of people right now we hit on it earlier, but they're going through separation and they're not coping. They're going through depression. They're feeling like their life is falling apart. And I'm not saying that is a wrong feeling. But some people stay there. Like what Carlton mentioned before, they stay in the negative. tell the audience how you've been coping, how you've been optimistic, praying, and all that. Just tell us more. What would you tell someone?
Well, I can share my experience. The first few couple weeks were hard, but I just told myself, you can either stay in this situation or you can move and get out of it, right? It might be easy, it might sound harsh, but you have to step forward and make a move to say, I'll be okay. So I do wake up and I pray. I pray, I work out, I would take a walk, go to work, play my Christian music, surround myself with Christian ladies, and just, there might be some negativity, but I try not to go into there. And I limit my time on social media because you see other couples that are happy, that, and it's very easy to like, okay, what about me? What about me? Stop it and just say, okay, I'm not going to go there. Just get yourself into spiritual music, something positive. Think about other people. Okay, what else can I do for somebody else? When you're doing something for somebody else, the less attention you wallow in yourself. You're doing something for somebody else. Pick up the phone, talk to people, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Coping wise, it's hard, but I'm getting there. It's
Beautiful. I like how you
getting
said
there.
doing other things, ministry, do other things to help.
That's
Have
great.
to talk to yourself sometimes.
Katemba, if I can recommend going out, like you said, being active, going to the gym, just being, something that's physical activity. It releases endorphins. It releases things in your body that makes you happy. It's very healthy for you. I would recommend that.
Yes.
Yes.
And it gets your mind
To get
off,
over,
It gets your mind off things. I agree with you, Justin. It does.
to get over a broken relationship, you have to talk to yourself sometimes.
Talk yourself.
Because when me did that date and it mash up, every time I go down for pray, we can't pray. Everything just cloud in mind. Everything in the mind. And me just spread my bed one morning and me just go something say, what me worry myself about people for? And something have your good people if we talk to you too. And me just say, me just turn to myself and me say, me not worry about anything. And people just talk to me, they just go away.
So
Because you can't make it look like you cannot live without a person,
Yeah.
I see something that, we can't live without God, but we can't live without a person.
I love that. We cannot live without God, but we can live without.
So you have to put that, when the relationship mash up, you have to put that in your mind and say, you have to realize they mash up. And you say, me must can't live without the person and try to move on and find somebody else.
So there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Because guess what?
Optimistic.
That's what we're mad, man. You're mad,
So it can lead to mental breakdown, mental depression, and so you have to stay positive, do the things, eat right, exercise.
Right, so come like you put a man or woman before God.
That's true.
You love him till you can't live.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. We have a comment coming in. It says, if I put it up there, I think it may cover us. So I'm going to try. Okay, good. It says, I am a stay-at-home mom, nana, wife, and gardener. And my hat's off 1,000,000 times to any man. That wearing the same shoes. These men are even teachers, homeschooling, teaching music and manners and cooking, chauffeurs, multitasking all day. Some even have gardens. It's a full-time job like no other with no pay.
Yes.
Okay, I love that. So don't downplay stay-at-home man.
No, don't. When I lived in New Jersey, our neighbor was a stay-at-home dad. Those children, I would see he homeschooled them. They were always outside exercising, on the trampoline, and then they go back in. You could see that they do school. He was to me one of the best dads. You could see the care, and he was just there. I was like always admire the fact that he spent so much time with them. That's some quality. Those children, because if you notice the flip side, a lot of men are too busy working. They don't spend little or no time with their children. The children growing up, not having them. So if you see a man that is so involved, it's rare in their children's life. It's very rare.
You can't do both. I agree. You can't be the best provider in the world and make all the money, then spend all the time with your kids. You can't do both.
You can't.
It's hard. It's very hard.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the children, the discipline too. Yeah, that's true too. Because sometimes mom really, they know they can push their limit. With mom they can get away with stuff, but with dad,
They want mom ragged.
ragged.
But you got some moms who are very stern and very very good at keeping order and control.
Yes.
Yeah, very much so. My mother was the one. My dad was not. My mom was. All it was, it took just one look.
One look.
One look. My dad would just like, oh, let them go. That kind of way. But not my mother. No way. So yeah, I love it.
So it's individual.
Yeah.
The couples are so unique. Everyone's situation is so unique. So it's prayerful. They pray and they work out what's best for their relationship, their family unit. What might work for one family will not work for the next family.
And it's very serious when I have a family. I get up every morning and go and work in our worship. That time Satan will walk in and mash up relationship.
Yeah.
Morning and evening worship.
Anytime the man gone to work, woman gone to work, and communicate together and worship in the morning, the relationship will tear apart.
Yeah. Yep. So that's powerful.
Because Satan watch them go out every morning, I know, worship.
Carlton saying morning and evening worship is very important for the home, for the marriage, for the children, everything to work.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Marley, any other questions from our audience? Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a comment coming in from the audience. Alexander says, once a couple gets together, they should decide what works for them with their family dynamics. Many families work very well together in non-traditional roles. As long as God is the center, you should have respect for one another and understand compromise and communication in your relationship. Anything is possible. Just because the breadwinner role may be reversed, as long as respect is there for each other and the male is secure in his masculinity and the wife or partner supports him, then anything is possible. Amen. It's about what's important in your human. I'm trying to understand that one. You are right, Justin. It's a give and take, and you cannot have it all. Men traditionally are the breadwinners, but we catch hell. We catch hell when we are not the answer to all the problems. All right, Alex. I tell you.
Right.
I have a
Great
question.
comment. Great comment.
Great.
Comment, Alex. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, Auntie.
Oh, that's the Kalisi Dio.
All right.
So, I'm thinking expressing this is for Justin. Justin, are you willing to date long distance? Are you open?
I've done long distance multiple times and it hasn't worked out. So for me, I would have to say long distance. The only way I would date long distance now it would have to be an understanding. Like, okay, after 8 months, someone has to move somewhere, but it can't just be here. We'll just see how it goes, and we'll keep doing this indefinitely. That's not sustainable. There has to be a definite time period in place that we know, and we're actively working towards it. That someone must move here or someone must move there, and that is it.
Mhm.
It's just too difficult to maintain a long distance relationship. It's just too difficult.
Okay. Carlton, are you willing to relocate in a relationship? If there's a you're in
Long
a
distance,
relationship, and yeah, and are
long
you willing?
distance,
Yeah,
long distance.
and are you willing to relocate?
You think you're speaking about long distance?
Yeah, long distance relation. You're in a long distance relationship. So are you willing to relocate?
Them long distance relationship never work out. It don't work out. Because after that time, my interest are cut.
Okay.
After the time, the interest is what?
We'll cut no further interest. It
Yeah,
waves.
because the reason why the interest cut because the reason why the interest cut in nature person, in nature man want to see each other face to face. You know?
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Right.
You know?
True.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, in nature man want to see you want to see him face to face and sit down and talk.
Human contact
We
is just
start out,
how
we start off very good time, but it's a fade.
right.
Justin, was saying
You need
something.
That's
human
what we do.
contact, especially that early in a relationship. If you're missing out on that type of human contact and face-to-face, interaction, then eventually, like you said, it's going to fizzle out. It won't last. You have to have it. We're human beings. We need to have that. You can't.
We can't work with that.
Right.
We can't work with that.
It's simple. It's simple. You just can't work with it.
We're human beings.
But Justin's
No,
like
sir.
that. You give it 6-8 months. You give it 8 months. No, you're not
It's
giving it any.
tops. But that's tops. But of course, during that time,
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
flying
All
back
right,
and
you
forth,
know,
you're traveling back and forth.
you know what the biggest problem in long distance relationship?
Uh-huh.
Anytime you have a long distance relationship, look out for the person tell you, say, so me find somebody who live nearer. And me go and talk to you.
Right.
Yeah, that's only fair though, isn't it? Alex says, right. He said, totally agree. See, feel, touch, communicate. I mean, that's all important, right? All important. Awesome. Justin, question from the audience. Kefi says, Justin, you're a good-looking guy, but you're single. Now, is your expectation too high, or what would you say is the real reason you're single?
Well, I was recently in a relationship. I just got out about 3 months ago. I mean, the reason I'm single is because I really didn't. I think in the past I really didn't place a lot of emphasis on a relationship, and that's been like sometime like in the past 3 or 4 years I've been doing that, and in that span of 3 to 4 years I've met some decent women, but I've met women that I just didn't see myself being married to. It just for various reasons I just didn't see it. Be it their belief in God didn't exist, be it they didn't really understand the role of a man in a relationship and didn't respect it. It's been very challenging for me. But and of course, I have maybe my standards are a bit high, but I mean I don't want to set myself up to fail.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
All right,
So,
Kefi.
I hear respect too. You're big on respect. Expound on respect. How a man sees respect. Because sometimes women don't understand that.
Is that to me or?
Yes,
Colin?
to you, Justin. Yes.
So you
Because
said
you mentioned respect.
define respect.
Yes.
So let me give you an example. I dated a woman here, and it was a situation where this person had anger issues. So they would. I came to their house. I was picking them up from a date. I came inside. I think I came in maybe 8 minutes late to their apartment, and I got in there, and they were angry. They were like, being snappy with me, being dismissive, being, not talking. I'm like, what happened? What's the problem? And these things. I think respect is just understanding that, hey, we're all human beings. We're going to make mistakes. There's no need to be angry. There's no need to be, just disrespectful to people.
Disrespectful.
Rude and disrespectful.
There's no reason for that. I mean, we all make mistakes. I mean, if it's a blatant disrespectful act, that's different. But if it's something that you didn't mean to do, and you hold them to such a high standard that to me is unrealistic.
Yeah.
And it's not going to work.
That is really powerful. That is really powerful because have you been in a situation before where you're innocent, like you, and like is an innocent mistake, and then you communicate with the person and they had an outburst on you, like very disrespectful outburst. You're like, whoa, let me explain.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
calm down. And when you explain, they're embarrassed because they made themselves look like a fool because they were so disrespectful.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Um, I have a question for for Kutembe. What, because we're all from, mostly apart from Justin, from different cultures. What do you think, or do are recommendations for marrying outside of your culture? Like, what do
Mm.
you recommend it, or if you do, what would be some advice that you will give?
Mhm. It's not a this recommendation. I do recommend marrying anyone that you love. And the different cultures, you have to learn each other's culture. I'm from a different culture, and my husband's from a different culture. And the way we do things in the US and the way I was brought up is totally different. Regardless, people are different, regardless from where they come from.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, I might be coming from the US, I might be coming from the UK. How we do things in the US is different from what we do in the UK. You just have to learn each other's culture. When you learn each other's culture, it will work. If you don't, there will be some incidences where you're like, oh, we don't do things this way. For instance, like, oh, I go to a party. Do I bring a gift, or do I bring flowers, or do I step in someone's kitchen? Little things. But you have to learn each other's culture. It's very important to make things work.
I love that. Good answer. And communication. And yeah, but that one,
Mhm.
when the person say, I don't do it this way, we don't do it that way, that kind of, to me, almost sound like you do it the wrong way. So this
Right.
is the right, my way is the right way.
Right.
There is a problem right there if you're going to approach a situation like that. It's almost
Mhm.
disrespectful. So yes, you need to communicate with respect and respect each other's culture.
Yeah.
So
Right.
love and respect is very important.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Want me to take this comment that Kefi has here about
Yes.
Kutemba, seeing as we were talking with her? It says, it takes courage, Kutemba, to share your experience about your relationship status
Yes.
while in the midst of pain and even for reconciliation.
Mhm.
I like the idea of not wallowing in self pity, but picking yourself back up and staying busy and proactive. Walk and talk as a child of the King, and that He's taking good care of you, even in the dark valley.
Amen.
Blessings, blessings.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That's
Beautiful.
from
Thank you
Miss
for that
Kathy.
comment. Appreciate it.
That
Mhm.
came
Beautiful.
from Miss
A lot
Kathy.
of
Well
people go
said.
through the same problem.
A lot of people going through it.
Oh yeah,
A lot of people go through the same problem. Me
yeah.
know, me know somebody right now as we speak. I go through the same problem.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows two people going through it. Remember, it's what? Is it 50% of all marriages end
No
in
matter of
divorce?
fact, no
Mhm.
matter
This
of fact,
stuff,
my best friend in the church. I go to the same thing right now.
his best friend's going through it right now.
Wow.
Right
What
now.
what what do you say to your best friend, Carlton? What do you say? And how do you help?
Him is a him get over it already.
You got over it?
Him get over it because him pick up the something wrong early.
Mm-hmm.
How many years
He
of
make a
marriage?
wrong decision and choose the wrong person.
Oh, he knew initially, he realized after the fact that he had made a mistake.
How long,
How long? Well, give us a time. How long were they married?
Say, if it's about 2014, so. Eh?
Okay. Yeah, that's a
How long
while.
they married?
Years,
8 years.
7, 8 years.
How long they married?
8 years.
Yeah.
8 years. Yeah, that's long.
Mhm.
So, what do you say to him? How do you
And
counsel him?
and the reason why We just sit down and talk at daytime, man. But he get over that long time, but he still try to find somebody. You see? But
So
the
they
problem
get a
with the problem with
did they get a divorce already? They're divorced.
no.
So why is he trying to find somebody and he's not divorced?
Yeah. Man, we go and seek and then he get the divorce. Young one knows young one knows you not go to bone, you know.
So once he's in bounds, he's not doing any sex out of marriage. You're
No
saying he
man.
can.
Because
But is it
me
that
talk to
still?
him about that. Me talk
Yeah,
to him about him, me say your feet. Me talk to him about him, me say your feet said right and he said, remember, you know. And I like me, I do nothing wrong. Me just talk to people for once. Cause so you have to do for free your mind, you know.
But I mean, what's the sense in talking
sometimes-
if he doesn't even have the ability to marry somebody? By the time it takes time for divorce to go through. It's not an overnight process. Sometimes it can take up to
I
a
get
year.
that.
Audience, what do you
You
think about? Hold on, Carlton. Let's ask the audience. What do you think about someone who is separated, and especially the male, and he's actively talking to other females with the intention that eventually, when his divorce goes through, that he's going to marry one of these women? What do you think about it, audience? Let us know in the comment.
But the problem, you know, is that when time somebody separate and then a divorce, sometimes it stop them from get somebody, you know. Because anytime a person find out saying a divorce in type of drift way.
Okay, so actually, it's a deterrent for other women because once they find out that
Yeah,
you're
because because sometimes man will say, yo, me can't wait for that divorce and the woman will say me can't wait, you know.
hold on, because let me tell you something. Some men can literally use that to get women. They'll say they're married, separated, but what they'll say when they meet a young lady, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm getting a divorce and I'm going through a
Yeah.
divorce." So they let the woman feel that they're a possibility, and the woman will go with them a year, 2 year, 3 year, and they're
Yeah.
still getting a divorce. They're still separated.
All right now, if me meet one lady when a divorce, cause divorce that long we come through nowadays, you know.
But that's not fair, though, Michelle. That's not fair.
Of the woman, and Makia said it. Makia, yes, leading them on.
Yeah.
They might remember, separation does not mean divorce. So in that period, there might be reconciliation, and they decide to get up one day and say, you know what? I need to go work out my marriage with my wife. I need to go back to my wife for working. So what happened
Yeah,
to that?
but I think that's a case by case basis. I think maybe they've tried to reconcile, and now certain states have laws where you must be separated for a certain amount of time before the divorce can happen. So maybe they've tried reconciliation. It's not going to happen. They've been trying the past 2 years. It's not going to happen. They've both decided they're going to get divorced. But in order to get divorced, they must be separated.
I got you. But if you're going to be with a lady waiting 2 years, 3 years,
Who will do that?
and sometimes as Chris, they're over their bones and they're sleeping with that new woman.
Who do you blame? Who do you blame?
Huh?
But who are you blaming? I blame the lady.
Both of them. He knows what he is.
She's the fool.
Why she a fool?
Okay. Well, I call not foolish, but I'm thinking, this guy's not divorced. There's no possibility he's gonna get divorced next week. It's gonna take.
Maybe she doesn't care about that. Maybe she just likes the guy. She's getting what she wants, and he's getting what he wants, and that's it. She may not want to be married right now. Maybe she's like, I'll get married in 3 years when everything's finalized. If the relationship works out, I'm not condoning it. I'm just trying to.
I understand.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
If
I don't know.
you meet that serious.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. I know that if a guy approaches me and he says, "Well, I would love to talk to you," and your status is I'm still married. There's a possibility you go back to the lady. There's a possibility that there's so many variables there. I don't know if I want to even get involved with that emotionally. I don't
For
know.
me, you
but
say a divorce. For me, you say a divorce. For me, you say a divorce. Me no want your number.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
That's it.
Me
No.
no
For
want your
me,
number.
that's for me. That's for me.
Me talk to you as friend, but me no really interested in that
Exactly.
person in a divorce.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you don't know how long the divorce is going to take.
Me can't
Depends
wait.
on
Me
the
can't
terms
wait
of
on them or something.
divorce. Huh?
It depends on the
Me
law.
can't wait on that.
Yeah. Every state has its own laws,
Right.
correct?
Depends.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I mean, I feel like people do what they want to do. I mean, would I do that? No. But like you said, that she's a fool. Some women don't care about that. They're like, I don't care. I like you, and I'm gonna do whatever. I mean,
And she just wait.
yeah, yeah.
Nothing wrong
Me
with
no
waiting.
want no-
Nothing
Yes,
wrong with it.
Teach you some patience.
I agree. I agree. I
Teach you
agree.
some patience. Hi, Shell. Hi,
Shell.
Makia. Makia is my cousin living somewhere there in your area, Justin. I think in that area, yes. Yeah.
Where's North Carolina?
Can't work with the divorce.
Makia, where you living, girl? Is it Atlanta or Carolina? One of those areas. Shell, how you doing? Shell was our guest last week. That's your girl, Carlton.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you. But I mean, to each their own.
All right.
I don't necessarily think for me it's a good idea because
Right.
yeah,
I agree.
that's just me. That's just me.
I agree. But you have situations where, again, we're not condoning it, but women talk to men who are married knowingly. I mean, so we don't know what people are thinking. We really don't.
Don't know what people are thinking.
We have no clue what they're thinking. I don't recommend it. I
For
would
me,
do
you
it,
say a divorce. I got me gone.
He's gone. He said, from me here is
For
like
me, you
you're
say a divorce. Me gone.
gone. He's looking the other way.
Me gone.
but-
What me gonna do this? What me gonna do this? What me do this? Me gonna sit down and wait for it. And my divorce, Me gonna sit down and wait for your divorce.
I'll tell you this. I met a guy. I'm single, so she's in Snellville, Georgia. So I met a guy. He said, "Hey, let me take you out." I'm like, "Okay, let's go." I don't have a problem with going out. We go out, and I say to him, "So are you married? Are you still married?" So I knew he had gotten married, and he says, "Oh, I'm not married." I said, "Oh, no, okay." Now I didn't know that it was whether it was his first, second, third, fourth, whatever. I didn't know. I didn't know anything about him. So we're out, and he says, "Oh, I said, how many times have you been married?" I think he said like 4 times.
wow.
So
He's not a quitter. He's not a quitter, right?
listen,
A
Justin,
problem,
He's not going to give up on you. He's going to keep going. He won't give up.
listen to me. I said, "Okay, can you take me back to my car, please?" No joke. It was over. I couldn't wait to get back to my car. When I got back to my car, I called my cousin. She said, "What happened?" I said, "He was married 5 times."
Oh my gosh. What a
And
nightmare.
Makia said, "Run! Listen."
Run.
He tells my friend. He says, "We went out and she was running like it was for her life." I said, "Oh yes." He said it was like she was running like she saw a ghost. I said, "Listen to me." I was so scared. It was the most frightening experience I think I've ever
But
experienced.
Marlene, what if it was their fault and not his fault, right?
5 times.
Their fault.
All those times? Come on, Justin, now. Come on.
I'm just
What you
joking.
think?
I'm just
That's a deal breaker.
So now to this day, he calls me the runner. He says, "That's the runner." Shell, he said, "You're a runner." He told my friend, he said, "Jackie, your friend could run." Said I was never so nervous. I became nervous. I think I even started sweating. I was like, "What? Oh, Jesus." Take me back to my car. And he was like, "What happened?" I said, "Please, just walk me back to my car." I could not wait. I was like, "Lose my number? Don't call me again." No, I can't. I just can't.
That's
Because
smart. That's
Even
smart.
with 1 time, even if it was 2 times, I could deal with that. But I was gonna be like number 5.
Right.
He said, "But you may just be the right one." I will never know.
No.
I will never know.
You don't need to know.
Would I see it and send him?
I was so
I
scared.
see it and would I send him?
Huh?
It's the devil sent him, you
I see
say.
it and would I send him?
Boy, I was so scared.
Right.
I was so scared. And then he calls me a few weeks back and he says, "Oh, I'm about to get married again." I said, "Really? Good for
Oh.
you."
That's
He says,
crazy.
"Listen," he said, see, if you waited a while, we could have gotten married too. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
Very good.
I'm good. I'm in a great place. Thank you so much. You know, I'm telling you, I've never 5 times. I'm like, nope. Mm-mm. So I'm like you, girl. I be running. So Carlton, yeah, that divorce thing is tricky. You know, that divorce thing is tricky. But
Me not
nevertheless,
work with that.
you're not working with.
You're not working it.
No.
Oh, Michelle, you have any other questions for our guests?
That's it.
Our
We're done.
audience, do you have any more questions for our guests?
Any more questions, please?
Yeah, because it's time to wrap up. We don't want to keep them all night because we know they got things to do. They may have dates.
I don't have a date tonight. No, I don't have a date. I'm going out tonight though.
Okay, all right.
I'm a bed at the date.
What happened, Carlton?
I'm a bed at the date.
I was gonna say his dates in his bed is the date.
Time to sleep, eh?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's been good. It was good. The question I would have asked Justin is, you said you ended a relationship 3 months back, and I was going to ask you why it didn't work. I think you already answered it. Is it
No,
because
that was something different. That was a relationship in the past. But yeah, the one 3 months ago, it was just, I guess the chemistry wasn't there. I mean, we didn't date long. It was only about we dated about 4 months, 5 months, and we were just trying to figure each other out, and the chemistry wasn't there. And then, she said she was a Christian, and then I made mention about some things about what I believed, and she thought I was a little bit radical in some areas. I said, radical? What do you mean I'm radical? She just thought I was like too Christian, I guess.
Extreme.
And I was like, okay, well, and then I think
No,
that was the
anybody
final
will
straw.
agree.
Yeah, so that was the final straw.
You're not
so-
leading by the Holy Spirit.
Right.
yeah, yeah.
We're going to be praying that Justin finds that true love. Someone says, I am thoroughly enjoying the program. She said, it is hilarious. I'm sorry to be laughing so much. My mama said, you're laughing like a chessy cat. Stop it. There's a beautiful comment coming in from Alex before we wrap up. He says, this topic is very interesting today. If you're going to deal with someone from another culture, you should also keep an open door in terms of knowledge, communication, and understanding. Amen. If you can't have respect for each other, for one another, and each other's differences, it won't work. And that's true.
Won't work. It's true.
He says, I have many friends from all over the world. Hold on, sorry. I have many friends from all over the world of different cultures. And what makes it work is respect and understanding and a true appreciation of each other's differences. I love that.
I love that last statement.
Thank you. That's Alex. It's got to be Alex. I know the way Alex writes. That's Alex. Yes. Yeah. That's true. You got to be respectful and you have to be mindful of each other. You're going to marry into each other's culture. You're marrying into, yeah.
Learn. It's a great learning opportunity for you to learn.
Yes,
so beautiful. Beautiful.
It can work. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I'm sorry that yours didn't work out, Kutemba, but you know something? It's not over until the fat lady sings. So listen, we keep praying.
I love it.
You just never know.
Thank
I've
you.
heard of so many. I've heard of so many beautiful stories where marriages are reconciled at the last moment in the courthouse. So I say keep prayer going. Keep prayer going. We will pray for you. Always remember, Shell says. Always remember. There is a time for God and there is a time for relationship. Too much of anything is not too good. Yeah. We gotta just keep prayers going. Keep prayers going. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us tonight. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for having us.
If you know anyone in their 60s, Justin, do you have any coworkers? Because we have some ladies on our audience.
I have family in their 60s, and yes, they may be interested. Just depends on where they live.
Okay.
Well, our ladies are all over. The one that was asking, though, she's in the Bahamas.
I just sent the link to my uncle. I don't know if he's on or not, but yeah, he might be interested.
Okay. How old is uncle?
I think he's like 70.
60.
He's 70.
Yeah, I think that's close enough.
70 and 60.
Yeah.
How much
So
that?
70 is good because because 70 is good because some of our ladies are coming on very soon. They're over 60. And so
Right.
70 is perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
And he's very fit,
Yes.
man. Very, yeah. So yeah, it's not a big
Yeah.
deal.
Why not? And
I
even
love
some,
it.
some of our younger ladies like older women, men. Hello.
Yeah.
Come on. Is he handsome like you? Let him come.
Smart.
130 that, you know.
No. He added up the age. Okay. The comment.
Oh, divorce should not be a deal breaker, but you work together. My dear, divorce is not the end of it. Love yourself, love God, and blessings will come. Who is that? Gotta be Alex.
I meant
It's
to
Alex. I love Alex.
Mhm.
Alex, you're a gem. Now, let me ask you know Alexander Brown, Justin, you're saying?
Yes, I do. That's my cousin. I think it's my cousin. Yeah, I mean, that's him. Yeah, that's my cousin.
That's it.
Cousin?
What a small world.
Yeah.
His mother is your aunt?
His father and my brother, his father and my father are brothers. My first cousin.
Wow.
Wow.
Alexander Brown, is it the same one? Alex,
I
do you
think
know?
it's the same one. I think it is. I mean, it could, maybe it isn't, but it could be a coincidence if it wasn't. I mean,
Yeah, could be.
I think it's him.
It could
I
be.
sent him the link, so I would assume it's him.
Okay, all right. Well, you never just know. You just never do know.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Michelle, any thoughts?
No, I'm just thankful to all you lovely guests. And I just love the variations of the backgrounds. And thank you so much, Justin, Kutemba, and Carton. And just thank the audience too for joining in. All the beautiful comments too that came in from the audience. We appreciate it. We appreciate you all.
Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When you come back, hopefully you'll bring your lady with you and you say, "This is the lady." Who's to say? There may be on the other end of this camera some ladies watching right now. She may just reach out to you. What would you say about that?
How can they reach out to Justin then, Mark?
I'm asking, how would you
Yeah.
feel about that? Would you
I
think
would
of her
think
as
so.
being aggressive or?
No, it's not aggressive. That's what you do. You see something, you go out and you extend yourself and you shoot your shot. Yeah.
So, Justin, if someone would like to contact you, how can they?
I can put my Instagram in the chat if you want me to.
There you go. Go ahead. Type it in there.
Uh,
And Carlton, what about you?
Meaning?
How can
You
the
have my
ladies
number.
reach you, Carlton?
You have my
Keeping in
number.
mind, Carlton says he's not dating anyone unless they're Seventh Adventist.
He said that we have his number, so I guess I can put it in the chat.
Okay.
Michelle, you can put in our number.
Carlton's in Jamaica. Carlton,
Put
are
in
you
my
willing
number,
to?
man. What's up?
Carlton, you're willing to relocate? You said that, yes.
Leave Jamaica.
Oh, Michelle, you didn't ask him that question.
I asked him. I don't think he ever really answered it. I did. He didn't answer.
Relocated warm enough is right now, no, sir. I'm have to come. Let's go do some farming.
What?
He said what?
I'm have to come and go do some farming.
Well, she has to be a farmer. Help him with farming. That's the
Can do
people-
some farming.
Justin has a comment for you from somebody in the audience.
Michelle,
Yes?
you put the number in our chat.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's a great comment. I agree with that. Totally agree.
That's Carlton's number.
All right, that's Carlton. That's how you reach Justin, and this is how you reach. You
Marley.
pause the video. Hold
Marley,
on, Carlton. Yes, sir.
you not come to Jamaica.
If I'm coming to Jamaica,
Yeah.
what am I coming to Jamaica for?
Hmm? You're not gonna run if you come, man.
I don't have to.
He said if you get there,
You're
you
not gonna
won't.
run for no man.
I will have to run if I get there. Oh wow! Wow.
You're
that's-
not gonna run by them guys out here.
I
Say-
will. Oh,
You won't be a runner.
well, you just never know where that true love will be. You know, just never know.
No, I
Just-
want a serious man out there, man.
Sorry.
There are a lot of serious men in Jamaica.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
man,
All
really
right.
serious. Yeah, that woman.
All right. All right then. I hear you, Carlton. I hear you.
A Bible page, my man, I eat up out there, you know.
Say what?
They eat up the Bible out there.
Yeah, man.
Oh, really? Well, I'll wait for you to connect me with those dots, okay, Carlton? That's your job.
All right, that's nothing.
I don't
all right,
know
that's
that you know.
Hold it.
You know-
Don't have to say anymore. You got it. You got it.
You got it. There you go.
Got it.
No worries, then.
Don't worry. You got it.
Carlton got jokes. Okay, it says this has been a great night tonight. I think we need to talk about why women in our age group make it difficult for a lot of us guys. Woo,
How old
Alex.
is he?
Alex, how old are you? Alex, how old are you? You have nowhere to go. Come on, Alex, talk to us. How old are you? I think Alex is in my age group, 15.
So what is he saying? The women are making
He
it
said
difficult?
he wants to talk. So this is what we're going to do next. Oh, he's 51. Next week's topic should address why women in our age group make it difficult for a lot of guys like us.
I don't know that, Alexander. I don't know that.
Wednesday?
Put that
Huh?
Wednesday? Wednesday?
You said put the question up.
Wednesday?
It's up there. It's up. Why women in our age group in the 50s make it difficult for a lot of guys? They make it difficult. Wow, Arlene. I guess their experience.
Got them full of experience.
I don't know. You can elaborate. It's up to him, but
Yeah.
we'll pick it up next week. Same time, same place. Indeed, it's been a pleasure. It's been an awesome pleasure to meet all three of these young people here today. I know Justin, but not sure from where. He said he does know you, Justin, but he's not sure exactly where he knows you from. So that's a different one.
Different. Small world.
Man,
It is a small world. But to our audience, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. Remember, you can join us again on Tuesday. It's
Monday, Marlene. Monday.
oh, who's our guest on Monday?
I tell my sister to hold on.
Monday.
Who's the guest on Monday? Sorry.
Romaine Nugent. This
Oh
guy.
yes, Jesus Guy. Yeah, we have Jesus Guy on Monday. You guys don't miss it. A powerful testimony. Yeah, that's Monday at 6.
Yeah.
Inspirational Monday, then Tuesday, our cooking show, then Friday, Festival Saturday, all day. So bye, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you again. Don't leave. I just close out.
Thank you.
My sister